Rockin' Skype.
Too bad this isn't recording.
Actually, it is.
Oh, is it?
I don't know if it is or not. I don't know how that works. It might have recorded. Be like the stupidest outtake. Be like the dumbest outtake in the history.
You said you wanted B-roll.
It's like F-roll. That's not even B-roll anymore.
Wow.
I don't know. I think we're connected back to the studio.
We still have a tower. Wow.
Well, no, it's getting a lot less.
Well, yeah, by the second, but still.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
It's aging me, Dawn. It's aging
making
me.
Premature gray.
I'm all verklempt.
Uh-oh.
Verklempt. Not, I wasn't saying an Effenheimer there. Just for the record.
What does this say? Let's see. That's 28 minutes, 54 seconds.
I think we're back on TFR, though. Welcome, TFR audience. Thank you for waiting for us as we reconnect our life.
Check gremlins, yes.
I don't know if anyone else is going to continue to put up with our constant disconnections here.
Donkey Hottie's still here.
Donkey Hottie's here?
So it's okay, back on. Nice. You should have heard it. He was beatboxing and I was jug banding it over here.
Yeah, we were rocking to the Skype sound as we were reconnected to everything. It's just mind-numbing. It is. It's like literally mind-numbing.
Oh, goodness. So have you launched again? Okay.
I'm launching.
Okay, so it says...
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Part 2.
I know
23 watching now. Hey, we're back.
Hi, did you miss us?
Oh, like a bad rash.
Yeah.
Doctor, can I get some cream?
Yeah, no. You got to take that outside.
Wow.
So we are allegedly back. I don't know if you can find me. Find us anymore. Nobody beats me.
I'm in here. Okay, so we're back.
Wow.
Nice of everyone to join us or still be here. You know?
I don't know who's here. We got 22 of them back. So
Lisa says third time's a charm.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know what to say. New stream. That's what I told them. Yes, I think so. I think it's a new stream, right?
Yeah, it's a new stream. Yep, new stream.
Yepper.
Oh, gracious. You guys are awesome. Have I told you guys how awesome you are? This one started 2 minutes ago, so yes, it's a new stream. 27. Hi, Pam. Aussie, Mini Musings, Noli 420, Cha-Cha. Nelly, Josh is back, The Weird Desk US, Phil, Blair, Jessica Mink, and all our other friends, Renee Cruz and Lisa and all of them.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being patient with us. We are certainly in control of the portal as much as it allows us to be. However,
shut up and hold on.
We haven't managed control of the weather, and that seems to be zapping our internet repeatedly tonight, which is always a bucket of fun.
Yeah.
Reconnecting and frantically trying to make things. I'm just thankful we didn't have a guest or something.
No doubt, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'd be stroking out right now, I'm telling you. Don, coding, I'm coding.
Quick, get the paddles. 300.
Yeah,
Charging.
exactly. Charging. Clear. All right, so we are back. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's just really flaky tonight. Again, thank you all for your patience and continuing to wrestle through this connection with us.
And they keep coming back.
I know. You guys are like boomerangs.
Complete us.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I do really appreciate that because I would have given up by now. I'd been like, screw this, I'm going to bed.
These guys are amateurs.
No, we are kind of amateur, but we're still trying, right? We're fighting the good fight here. So
the old college try.
Now, while we have everybody together, I just want to say a special thank you to Josh Jacobs. He sent us a donation. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
That means the world to us, and it really helps. It really helps a lot. Every little bit counts, and he sent that via PayPal to us. So thank you, brother.
Awesome. Thank you.
That is beautiful, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. But just know that it's amazing to us. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway.
Oh, and a shout out to Ruth Ann, too. She sent us that nice card.
Oh, yeah. Ruth Ann's cards are awesome.
Yeah, they're handmade and everything.
I know.
That's awesome. And
she's incredibly creative. I mean, they're beautiful cards. I like each one of them is like a work of art. So
yeah, definitely.
I got a pile of them now. They're getting more and more, but I love it. Keep them coming. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying.
Oh, hey, switch the OBS screen so we can get that chat back.
We need a new chat. Let's go to the intro video quick. And back. There it goes. It's refreshing. So just like a good beverage or a cold beer on a hot day.
Oh, that's so nice.
Doesn't that sound good?
You know what sounds really good is actually a hot tub in the snow.
Who the hell are you and what'd you do with Don?
Body snatches.
Yes. Who misses snow, for Christ's sake?
I like hot tubbing in snow with a beer. It's awesome. Can't help it.
Oh, no, I don't. Well, that's true. I mean, I got to admit, my dad and I, we lived next to these very, very wealthy people, and they were rarely there. So my family kind of caretook for them. And my family's a real blue-collar family, but, we did well, considering my parents worked very hard and stuff.
Right.
But they would kind of caretake for this house that was next door. And it was a big house right on the lakeshore. And it would be like the middle of January in Minnesota with like 20 below wind chills. And we'd go over there and, just our bathing suits and a big, thick bathrobe and pull back beers as we watched the stars in the subarctic life. It was really pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Renee.
Subarctic.
Renee, you're awesome.
What?
Thank you. That's very sweet. Awesome.
Oh, well, every penny counts, and we certainly love it.
We do. Absolutely, we do. That's really cool. It's not showing up on top, though. Doesn't it usually show up on top?
Yeah.
That's a strange...
wait, for me, I might need to scroll up. There
Okay.
It is.
You got it?
Oh,
okay.
no, it didn't do it.
Yeah, but that's awesome. Thank you so much. Again, everything helps. Everything helps. And we really appreciate it. So let's get to more stories here. All right. So I'd begun talking. I'm not sure where you guys left us or where we left you, but I was talking about this is another article from singular40.com. Strange creature reported by watchmen in a Pakistani market.
Yes, there you go. Yes, perfect.
All right. So I think that's where we left off. Oh, Renee. Nice. What's going on? I don't understand. It's still pending? Are you serious, Gemini? Why? That's weird. What is it? I wonder what is pending. Okay, well, whatever, we're patient. I don't know what I say to that. That's so sweet, though. Thank you, guys. But anyway,
Wow,
but it's still
okay.
not popping up on top. That's concerning. I wonder why it's not. Usually it puts a banner on top of the chat as well.
Right.
But very cool. Let me get to this article. Two watchmen at the Shershah flea market in Karachi, a city in Pakistani Sindh province, have reported strange creature lurking about. According to a Pakistani news agency, Samaa, S-A-M-A-A, on July 11th, a watchman named Gulzar, G-U-L-Z-A-R, was performing his duties outside of a warehouse when he heard dogs barking nearby. He decided to get up and investigate, and he said he felt a strange sensation as he approached the area of the disturbance. It was then that he saw a strange creature. The creature was black, and its eyes were as bright as a torchlight. The 25-year veteran watchman said, "I've never seen anything like that before." Gulzar said he shared his encounter with the other watchmen, but no one believed him, at least until another man said he saw the same thing. The day after Gulzar's sighting, another watchman named Abdul Qayyum, I'm assuming it's Qayyum, Q-A-U-U-U-M, Y-Y-U-M rather, Q-A-Y-Y-U-M, was making his rounds when he saw the creature. The two men claim the mysterious creature has killed 11 goats at the warehouse, and rumors have spread quickly, including claims that the beast is 5 feet tall and can jump 20 feet. Hey, Dead Spider.
Now it's a contest.
It's a
All right,
bidding war.
Can I get 205? 205. Thank you, Spider. Thank you.
I feel like we're having a Mr. Beast episode here. So awesome, guys. Thank you, Dead Spider. That's awesome. You guys are beautiful. I love you a long time.
Oh, boy.
In my heart, Don. So the sighting and their associated rumors have spread fear and panic among the traders, and as a result, shops have been closing earlier than usual. But not everyone believes the stories. At least one person who works at the flea market said that he thinks it's probably someone pulling a prank, and that there is no truth to the sightings. Still others say it's something similar to Puerto Rico's Chupacabra. On my vacation to Puerto Rico back in 1997, I met a guy who described, a similar incident and creature. One reader commented, and he said that He heard his dogs barking like crazy, grabbed his gun and opened his back door, and at that moment he saw a creature with glowing red eyes, perhaps 5 feet tall.
Wow.
It was hunched over, clutching one of his chickens in his hands. He said the creature looked at him, there's the thunder, and he was unable to move or fire his gun. He was paralyzed. He described it as the traditional chupacabra. It had spines going down its back and very large red glowing eyes. He said it then leapt over the fence without any problem, very similar to this incident and very disturbing. Regardless, some traders have approached the Jahanabad police asking them to investigate the matter. Policeman Muhammad Shah, Muzamil Shah, said the authorities have so far received many sightings of the creature and they are investigating the matter. So there you have it, some kind of chupacabra kind of thing over there in Pakistan. Creepy. I don't know. It said it killed some goats, but it doesn't say if it drank their blood and sucked them dry or did it tear them up or what. I don't know. So I'm not sure what they're experiencing there, but it's a creepy one nonetheless.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, yeah. You know, I don't know what to think of the chupacabra thing. You know, I've always heard, you know, stories about it and they're going to suck the blood out and they're just going to exsanguinate things and I'm like, I don't know. You know, that's like a vampire, you know, a rabid vampire raccoon or something. You know? It's like,
well, it's the problem with the chupacabra is this. It's been described about 15 ways now.
Yeah.
There's the traditional Puerto Rican version, which is this hunched over creature like they described, these spikes going around, like spiny quills going down its back, like it was like it had a porcupine kind of back,
right?
And would have glowing eyes. That part is true as well. And would just drink the blood out of chickens and goats. And chupacabra literally means goat sucker. So, but then there's these strange dogs in the south of the U.S. that people are calling chupacabra as well. Then there's these kangaroo-looking things that people are calling chupacabra as well. So it's all these weird definitions of many different animals. The one definition used to identify many different animals. Wow. I don't know what to make of all this, but $2.99. Whoa!
Hey,
cha cha.
This is a chug.
Got to blow the jug down. There you go. It's the jug band.
It's almost empty. It's not really. It's got too big of a mouth on it.
Crow Creek Cryptids, good to see you. Yeah, we lost our connection, brother.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but we've got a thunderstorm rolling through here, and we're in the north of Idaho, so the internet infrastructure up here is probably
it's more of an outer structure.
Yes, it leaves a lot to be desired in inclement weather, and so we're doing the best we can. We're getting chopped off. This is our third reconnect tonight.
I'll make sure to change the name to part 3.
I did already.
All right.
See,
he's on it.
I am. I can learn. But we got 46 people here with us.
Wow.
And thank you all for sticking with it. I don't know what to tell you guys.
You know, this is just a plot to get more likes, right?
This is how we get more views.
That's the way we roll. No,
we're not plotting this. This is just as it's happening. But it is frustrating as hell for all of us. So I do apologize.
Yeah.
Look at that. Son of a...
No, don't.
Son
don't
of a
say that
basket.
again. What does that say?
See, I just had to. I had to enable that again. It was.
Jeez, I better stop doing that. But anyhow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure about the chupacabra. You know, because we had one guest on that said she called him the chupa blah blah, because she believes that there are what is it? Not cloned. Genetically altered animals with this, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And she also said something about...
Was that Shell?
Yeah, no. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
But anyhow, yeah, I'm just not... I just don't... That's a hard one for me to swallow. I'm sorry.
I don't disagree with you. And I have a hard time with it because so many things are being called that same name.
Right.
So it's hard to get your head around which one is the real one and which one are just some other offshoot hybrid weird things that are popping up.
Well, and if what's happening in China is true, and they're mixing the monkey and the human DNA, making these hybrid monkey humans, human monkeys, and monkey mans,
Sure.
Never mind.
Well, we're in 100% beard vision. Why don't you take us into something else?
I don't have that story pulled up because I thought, okay, yeah, you said you wanted me to do it. But I do have a death mutilation, blah, blah, blah. It's about cattle. Another cattle mutilation. This was reported on August 2nd, 2019. 5 bulls were found dead and mutilated with their genitals and tongues cut out. That's where Rocky Mountain oysters and cow tongue. On Sylvie's Ranch, Valley Ranch in Harney County. 2 carcasses were discovered July 30th, and on July 31st, 3 more were found. The smell of decomposing bodies gave them away. No way. How does that work? The cause of death is unknown, but investigators suspect 1 or more people are responsible. The Harney County Sheriff's Office has named Deputy Dan Jenkins to the primary...
Deputy Dan!
Deputy Dan!
It's like Lieutenant Dan, but his civilian counterpart.
As the primary investigator for the case. The Oregon State Police and the Malheur National Forest Emigrant Creek Ranger District, wow, that's a mouthful, are also investigating. I got stuck with the case, Jenkins said. Oh, I hope this isn't. I didn't read this. And it's a mystery. As an isolated incident, the case might appear a strange fluke, but according to the Federal Bureau of Investigations, thousands of killings and mutilations of cows have happened since the 70s. The animals typically die in the same way, with the same body parts removed.
Wow.
Jenkins said it's hard to tell how these 5 bulls died. There are no entry wounds. A metal detector revealed no bullets. How about because they were slashed open?
Because their tongues were missing.
And they have no genitals.
Yeah.
According to the climate data from National Weather Service, the past month has had no major lightning storms in that area that could have killed the cattle. How does a lightning storm mutilate bodies? I mean, burned up, fried to a crisp, but mutilating. I don't get that one.
I don't either.
Colby Marshall, vice president of Sylvie's Valley Ranch, said that there are no outward signs of a struggle. No cow tipping involved.
Yeah.
No rope burns on trees, no scattered hoof prints, no strangulation marks.
Wow.
The bulls, he said, looks like they had simply fallen over and died. Maybe they were poisoned. This has got to be a BS story.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe they were poisoned. But if they were, it could not have happened by natural cause. Jenkins said Ty Campbell, the property owner's son, along with Clint Weaver, the cow boss, scoured the property looking for poisonous plants, but found none. Jenkins said a necropsy to find out a death was not possible because the bulls were found. They were already past 24-hour window where a vet can inspect them. Inspection can be effective. Marshall, the ranch's vice president, said the bulls had probably been dead for 2 or 3 days when they had found them. The bulls lived on a 140,000-acre ranch and resort in Seneca, south of John Day. Dr. Scott Campbell, a veterinarian, owns the ranch. Oh, isn't that quaint?
Wow.
It's owned by a veterinarian who can't do a necropsy. Marshall said that the event, even though livestock workers were on the property with the cattle every day, it's a rough forested terrain, so it's understandable that bulls weren't found for a few days. People always seem surprised.
How about that?
Wow.
It's time to go to break, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we stay
I was going
connected.
to say the same thing. Be right back.
Hopefully. Well, we will be right back regardless. It just might be a few minutes longer than we had planned. Don't go away, everybody. Please stay. Please.
we're back just like that. We stayed connected and you stayed with us. We certainly appreciate it. And I'm really liking this bidding thing going on in the chat, bidding for Don's beard. Stop it. The Weird Desk US says $8 million for the beard. Tell him, Don. No. Sorry, it's a great idea, but
not even 8 million.
I don't know.
Dude, it'll grow back. 8 million is good.
Is that in crypto?
What?
Cryptid.
It's cryptid currency. I don't know.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. No. The only one who can make me do that is my boss, and I'd actually quit my job before I did it. So, and then I just become a full-time portal. Portaler.
Well, you just sucked the fun out of that name, didn't you? Oh, my God. Don't you have something to read?
You wanted me to bring us back in. We brought back in.
I did, yeah.
Let me get to this mutilation story here. Okay, Marshall said that even though the livestock burrows weren't found for a day, people seem surprised that cattle rancher wouldn't notice some of his animals are dead right away, said Jerome Rosa, executive director of Oregon's Cattlemen Association. What they don't realize is the enormity of these properties. Unless you're in a plane or a helicopter, you can't see everything that's happening. Even stranger than the deaths, said Jenkins, are the mutilations. Only a few pieces of body were removed on each animal. Oh, here we go. The anus, the scrotum, the testicles, and the tongues. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
That leaves no one any will to live, does it? One bull was also missing. Oh, no. Oh, gracious.
Is this a phallus thing?
Yes.
Okay.
He was missing his phallus, as a matter of fact, and a tip of one ear. Thank you for giving me an alternate word.
Yeah. Well, I do this all the time, Don.
According to Rosa of the OCA, there's another alphabet, it's not unusual to find small body parts missing in natural predatory cases.
Sure.
When coyotes and wolves find a carcass, Rosa says, they often go for the easiest pickings first, chewing off parts like the testicles and tongues. What's strange about this case is the areas of missing parts don't appear to have been chewed. Deputy Jenkins said the wounds were examined, appeared clean cut. The Oregon the Cattlemen's Association has offered a reward of up to $1,000 to anyone who can provide information leading to the arrest and conviction of whoever is responsible. A separate $25,000 reward is also being offered by an interested party.
Wow.
Aliens.
Right.
If you can prove we're here, I'll give you $25,000. Whenever there's a case like this, all conspiracy theories come out, said Jenkins. Some say it was done by aliens. Others said it was a cult doing satanic practices. Some even think it's the government. It's a little ridiculous. I'm confident some person or group did this, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it. Those with information about the case, call Jenkins at Harney County Dispatch. Marshall of Sylvie's Valley Ranch advises ranchers and other people to be careful. This is a very dangerous situation. I want people to be extra careful to protect themselves and their livestock. It makes me sick that our gentle bulls were killed and mutilated in this way.
I don't understand.
Here we go again.
Why do they core the anus?
Why
what the hell is going on
at the
there?
back end of the cow?
I know. It's like, what are they going to get? What kind of information is in a cow
bunch
anus?
Of BS.
Right. I mean, what information are they getting from cow anuses?
I don't know.
It's like, ooh, that's the best cut.
Those tender O-rings.
Oh, dear God. Tender O-rings. Oh,
fry them up just like calamari.
Yeah, well, that's mountain calamari then, right? Yeah, mountain oysters right in the same neighborhood, so maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's just like, what in the hell is with cord anuses? I don't
What
get
is your
it.
fascination with asking that question?
But it's just like, these are supposed to be, like if it's UFOs, these are supposed to be highly intelligent, advanced races that somehow are absolutely preoccupied with anuses and cows. It's like, what in the hell is going on there?
Wow.
So
McAlien's McAnus sandwich. Duke, you horrible, dirty dog.
Forget about the McRib.
I was about to go there. The new McAnus. Oh, good God.
It's an Irish name, McAnus.
Yeah, it's a nice Irish name.
It's a nice Irish name. It's Angus McAnus.
They're magically delicious.
Yeah, they're always after me, Lucky Charms. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but it is strange. It always comes up, always the cattle mutilation. It's eyeballs, it's tongues, and it's anus. I don't know what kind of soup they're having up there, but they need a new recipe is all I'm thinking.
O-ring soup, new from Boyardee.
O-ring soup. That is so broken and wrong.
Why are you so broken, Dawn?
I know. But that is pretty funny, though. O-ring soup. Jesus. God. Yeah.
Certified anus.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, it's getting hot in here. No. No, let's not go out that song.
I wasn't going any song.
Okay,
that was all you, brother.
Hi, Bell Pepper.
Don't bring me into your dysfunction, Don. That's all you. So, anyway, did you have anything more, or was that it?
Let me recover.
All right, you recover.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, very, very bizarre stuff, though.
Craziness.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
I think I already did this one.
Another one? Pterosaur?
Pterosaur, but
Pterosaur, whatever.
Pterosaur.
It's a P.
Yeah, it's
a silent
It's kind
P.
of a pterosaur.
Pterosaur.
It's a pterosaur,
It's a
Don.
silent P.
Or it's a abrupt P, whatever one. I don't know how it works. So apparently another pterosaur was seen, but it's talking about a 2017 sighting in Arkansas. But let's see what's going on here. The Singular Fortean Society received a report recently from a witness, what's D-I-N-I-A-H, Dania, I don't know, who said that her family and she had seen a pterosaur similar to that reported in Wheaton, Illinois earlier this year. Dania and her mother, Gloria, and father, Darnell, all saw the creature just outside of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, on February of 2017. I read your article in the sighting of the pterosaur, and I would like to share my story on when me and my family saw the exact same thing a year and a half ago in Arkansas, entering the town of Pine Bluff, said Dania. I hope that's how it's pronounced. That's how it's going to be pronounced tonight. So we were trying to take a shortcut to Pine Bluff for a funeral, so we took the back road, and my mother was sleeping, and I was on my phone. My father was driving, and as he was driving, he saw something. At first, he thought it was a bird, but he had never seen a bird with that long of a wingspan and a long tail. As it got closer, he yelled at me and my mother to look at the sky. We looked, and I said, "Oh my God, what is that?" My mother was in shock, and me and my father said it looked like it was in the family of a dinosaur. We continued driving, still in awe, and it flew slow into the trees with its long wingspan. And we went home and researched it, but they're supposed to be extinct, right? Nope. We knew we weren't crazy. My father looked at it for a long time before telling me and my mom to look up, and he's definitely not crazy. Investigator Tobias Wayland contacted Dania to ask for more details, including the date and time of their encounter and anything she could remember of the creature's appearance. The date was Friday, February 3rd, 2017, in the evening after 5 p.m., about around dusk. Sorry, I got to wipe my eye. It's tearing up. And the best way I can describe the creature is like a pterodactyl with a long tail. The wingspan looked 30 feet, according to my father, but he said that's just how it looked. I'm not sure really how long it was, only because we looked from the angle of the car. I just know it was very long, and it was definitely bigger than a human and bigger than the car we were in. We were in a full-size sedan, and its size was intimidating. Just to give you an image, it was like seeing something out of Jurassic Park. I remember the creature was probably black, and when it was flying, it flew slow, not like a bird. Its wings were so big. I think that the reason for it flying the way it did. We had to keep driving to Pine Bluff and couldn't stop in traffic because back roads are narrow, and we already had traffic behind us because we slowed down to look at the creature. Wayland was also able to contact Gloria and Darnell, who agreed to recount the sighting as they remembered it. The bird I saw was a big, large bird about 30 feet across, said Darnell. The creature was low-flying and seemed to be moving as if it was cruising. I saw it as I was driving on the detoured route in Arkansas. At first, I thought it was a shadow crossing over the car, I looked up through the sunroof and wasn't sure if I really saw it. I squinted my eyes to refocus and make sure I wasn't seeing something that couldn't be there. I called out to my wife and daughter to look up, and they both saw it too. The creature looked like a pterodactyl at first. I know that can't be possible, but I thought to myself maybe it's a drone, remote control device, or something man-made. We were wondering what it could be. When they returned home to Chicago, Illinois, the family couldn't help but tell others about what they had seen. I mentioned it to my brother-in-law after arriving back home in Chicago and left it alone. I knew that I saw something out of the ordinary, but didn't quite know what to do or where to go with the sighting, said Darnell. Unfortunately, the experience of sharing such a sighting isn't always positive. When we got back to Chicago is when we told people like friends and family, even a doctor, Dania said. We told a bunch of people, hoping we weren't the only ones who saw this. When we told people back in Chicago, well, they didn't believe us. It wasn't until they saw the sighting report out of Wheaton that was published in July that they felt relief. Somebody else had seen the same thing. I wondered about it from time to time and threw it in the back of my mind until I stumbled across an article on my phone about a sighting in Wheaton, Illinois, and I became excited all over again, feeling relieved that someone else had seen the creature, too, Darnell said. I knew it was really what I saw that evening. I'll never forget it, especially now that others have seen it as well. Pine Bluff is the 10th largest city in Arkansas, with a population of almost 43,000. It is surrounded by natural areas with the easternmost border of the Wichita National Forest lying around 60 miles to its northwest. The Wichita National Forest, known among the Fordians for its Bigfoot sightings, is nearly 3,000 square miles of wilderness that sprawls over western Arkansas and portions of eastern Oklahoma. So there you have it. Apparently, more people are seeing these weird pterosaur, pterodactyl things. I don't know. Very, very strange. I don't know how to account for things like that because, again, it probably is not a very, really intelligent animal. So if they're around, they shouldn't care if people see them or not.
Right.
I wouldn't think.
Yeah, they wouldn't know the difference. They'd be like, "Oh, look, prey."
Well, I'm flying up here. They can't touch me.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
exactly.
I mean, they don't have a concept of now they're going to tell people.
Oh my God.
So,
I wasn't supposed to let them see me.
Right. I mean, it's just not a higher functioning kind of animal, I wouldn't think. So I don't know what to think of these reports, ladies and gentlemen. I know they keep coming in. I know people keep seeing something. I just don't understand how that can be. I don't know what it means. I guess I kind of believe that there's natural portals that open, and these are just echoes through time, maybe. I don't know how else to explain it, because there's no dead pterosaurs anywhere that people are finding. There's nothing like that laying around, and, people aren't seeing them when they're fishing and stuff like that, or swooping down and grabbing fish as, people are out on the water, or grabbing people, because if I imagine a small person would be just as game as anything else,
Yep.
As long as it felt like it could carry it away, it would come and try. So I don't know, but it's a conundrum to me personally, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand these sightings, but I do have to say they keep coming up. So people are obviously seeing something that they can't wrap their heads around. But what is it? How is that possible? I have no idea.
Hey, somebody in the chat mentioned, hey, maybe back to the cow mutilations. Maybe.
Boy, I can't wait to get back to that one. Let's go.
But I thought it was interesting because they said maybe they're harvesting chakra energy, lower chakra energy. Would that be?
Well, chakra energy would be manifest by a living being.
Well, they were living at the time.
Yeah.
But look at the, adrenochrome.
I don't know.
Harvested while you're in terror, and then
right, but that's adrenaline in the blood. It's an actual chemical agent in the blood. I don't know if you can.
The energy can't.
I mean, it's
over.
not a bad idea. I guess
it's a thought.
It's a thought. I'm not disparaging that thought at all.
Someone else said, I don't care how gentle the bulls are. If you're trying to cut those parts off, they're not going to be gentle.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I can imagine they're just laying there letting them do it.
Yeah.
Something had to subdue
You promise
them.
it won't hurt.
But there was no signs of any kind of injury or anything.
Injuries, and
so it's like they were just mesmerized or something, or anesthetized or something. It's what it sounds like in order to perform those kind of events. I know, hell, there could be a cow tongue racket, Well, I'm here to tell you, now, I've eaten cow tongue, and it's actually delicious cut of meat. It really is. I didn't think it would be. I thought, what the hell is this?
Right.
But, it was something my wife introduced me to, but I got to tell you, it is about the most tender, flavorful, moist cut of meat I've ever had in my life. It was just spectacular. And in fact, I don't know if it was Gordon Ramsay or if it was the Bizarre Foods guy, Andrew Zimmerman. He said that it's the best cut in the whole cow.
I wouldn't doubt it if it was Andrew Zimmerman.
Yeah.
He was pretty out there. He'd eat
100-year
eggs. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
but anyway, I'll tell, when we first started eating cow tongue in the U.S., it was very cheap. Nobody was eating cow tongue in the U.S.
Right.
Now, apparently, cow tongue is like prime rib. I mean, it's like literally a cow tongue is like $30 or something.
Well, that's like beef ribs. Remember when you had to go ask for beef ribs and they'd sell them to you for like pennies. Now you go in, they're $5.99 a pound.
Right. So,
holy crap.
Yeah, I'd like to pay for a bone, please.
Yeah.
with some shards of meat on it. Thank you. No, but cow tongue apparently is a hot commodity now. And when you go to the grocery stores, look for it. You'll just be, unless you already know this. I didn't already know this, and we used to buy it all the time.
Right.
So maybe the aliens on cow tongue too. I don't know. Maybe they're jacking up the prices, artificially inflating the market. Maybe they got investments in cow tongue. Just saying. I don't know, but whatever the case is, it's really strange. It is really strange. Maybe it is energetic. I don't know. That's a interesting idea. I hadn't ever considered that, but that's why I love the chats, though. People are always thinking and throwing different ideas into the mix to maybe come up with new thoughts on it.
A 3-foot cannibal parrot skeleton? Randall, what are you talking about? Randall says there was a 3-foot cannibal parrot skeleton found in New Zealand.
Wow.
Wow. Interesting.
This sounds pretty cool. Alan Holman in the TFR chat room says, years ago when I was writing a story that's currently on my website, I wrote the line, only God can know the final after effect of the final after effect. And right after I wrote that line, I saw a swirling white energy vortex of some sort near my computer for a few seconds. I rarely talk about it because it sounds crazy. No, that's beautiful, actually. I think that's incredibly intense. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's very powerful. I don't know what that means, if it was a muse, perhaps, or an inspiration, or if that was an energy conduit that you tapped into. I don't know. That's pretty powerful, though. I believe it. So, was there something else? No?
What? Sorry?
Anything else?
Well, there is this account of...
you got 7 minutes. So.
Oh, no, this is pretty long. I'll send this to you because you like to read from here. And this is Singular Fortean, so I'll send you this link.
Well, just tell me which one it is.
Well, it's from, like, May.
Oh, okay, so it's back there ways.
Yeah, it's back there ways.
Okay, very good. Yeah. We'll cover it. We'll cover everything, man.
7 minutes? Is that it?
With 3 disconnects and wrestling, and I'm really sorry, ladies and gentlemen, about the shape of tonight's show. That, oh my God. Bill just put up the most disturbing GIF I've seen in a long time.
I'm going to have to look now.
Oh, it's on the TFR.
Yeah, oh, yuck.
That's gross. All right, thanks, Bill.
and then Weird Al looking up at it.
With that puzzled look, the puzzle blinking. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we live for our chat rooms. Wow. There's no question about it.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm really sorry about the state of tonight's show. It certainly is I can't say it's an embarrassment because there's nothing I can do about it, and I understand that. But it's a disappointment because that's certainly not the kind of shows that I'm trying to bring you guys. That's not why we work so hard to put forward the best shows we can, to have such stupid things like technical issues like that. But I guess it's bound to happen.
We're gonna have to do like a gag roll or something.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, you guys could have heard us beatboxing.
He was doing great
to the Skype music, trying to reconnect in the Skype.
Oh.
So we were beatboxing while that happened. It was abnormally long too. It was like it wasn't connecting, but it was still doing that stupid tune. So we had about 45 seconds of that. And so I started beatboxing to it. It was good fun, and I'm sorry you missed that, but unless it's recorded for posterity somewhere.
That
I don't
would
think.
be cool.
I don't know. It might be though. Yeah,
Maybe.
actually. Well, no, I don't know. I don't have it set up to stream and record, so actually, it probably isn't. It's probably not recorded, so it's just lost to the ethers of time.
The Aethers.
Well, you have ethers. I got ethers.
I'm special.
So, let's see. What can I do? I can let me tell
Yeah.
a couple stories about haunted hospitals.
Certainly.
Certainly. So this is a haunted hospital story, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a little long, but I think I can get through it. I think. I haven't personally experienced anything myself while at work, but two of my coworkers have, and last year a couple of people died in one of the rooms on the south side of our floor within a close time frame, and one of my coworkers swears one night she saw a short, dark blob go running out of a 62-bed 2 into the room right across the hall from it. Another coworker told me that after a woman had died, her and another one of our coworkers were cleaning up, and the nurse that had the deceased patient asked them to close the door. And when my coworker went to close the door, she said she felt resistance, and the nurse felt it from the other side also, like the door didn't want to close. Of course, it works fine now and always did before that. Some non-hospital related stories I have mostly include deceased family and friends coming to let me know that they're okay after they've passed. I had 3 separate dreams of my grandpa that I remember vividly to this day. We were very close, and the one I remember was the most, and that affected me the most was the one where a phone rang. Sorry, I just heard something in my ear, but it was nothing. My grandmother told me that it was for me, so I turned my back to take the call, and it was my grandpa on the phone telling me to turn around. I turned around, and he was standing in front of me out of his coffin. He hugged me and told me that he was doing fine and missed us. I then said to him, "But Grandpa, you're supposed to be dead." And he said, "Yeah, I guess I am," he said in a really sad voice, and then turned around, got back in his coffin, and it made me really sad. Aw, that's kind of a heartbreaker.
Yeah, no doubt.
Another story I have is one of a friend of mine that died in a drunk driving accident in high school. I was best friends with her sister growing up before they moved away to the suburbs and switched schools, and about 2 weeks after she died, she came to me in a dream and told me she was doing all right, but her sister was not. She then asked me if I could please call her sister and have her come stay with me for the weekend to get her out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
They shared a room when her sister was alive. I felt kind of dumb calling her house, but I was compelled to do it. My friend wasn't home, but her mom answered, and I told her all about it, and her mom found such comfort in knowing that Tiffany was all right and reaching out for her sister. Her sister came over the following weekend, and we had a fun, relaxing weekend. One last thing that freaked me out, and then I'm done. Sorry, this is so long. My boyfriend at the time's sister claimed she could speak in tongues.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe her, and my ex said she should do it for me. So they told me how she did it to her other brother's girlfriend, and she was crying and really amazed. So I let her speak in tongues over me, and she told me that my grandpa was in heaven and was doing good. She also told me that he was a police officer and when he was alive. She didn't know that before. And how many brothers he had. Didn't know that either. Other things that she wouldn't have known. She told me that my Uncle Solly, one of my grandpa's brothers, was a gruff man when he was alive, and he was. And he wasn't in heaven yet because not enough people prayed for him here on earth. You bet your butt I prayed for that man every night from that night on. And I don't know if she was full of it, but some of the things she knew, there was no way she would have known without me telling her. Kind of freaky, right? Yeah, let's see. Very cool. Let's see. I had an ongoing beef with my sister and her. Wait, what's this? Many years ago, my sister's best friend died in a single car accident. She was a wild child and wasn't altogether a shock, even though she was only about 18 or 19 years old. She had been in a couple other accidents, similar to the one she died in already. Anyway, I had an ongoing beef with my sister and her. My sister couldn't wear my clothes. They didn't fit her, but they fit her friend just fine. My clothes were constantly going missing, and my sister would swear up and down that she had nothing to do with it. And then I'd see her friend wearing them, and it caused some harsh words between us.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you, do not mess with another 19-year-old girl's clothes that she spent all summer working to buy. To the point that I threatened to pull my clothes right off my sister's friend's back if I caught her wearing them again. Anyway, a year or two after she died, I dreamed my sister's friend showed up at our former family home. We had since moved, but were still living there in my dream. And she was wearing a pair of jeans of mine, and in the dream that I never did see after she died, and I started telling her off about it. We both had hot tempers, told me off right back. Oh, that's the bell. Well,
Good night, everybody.
I guess that's it.
Wow.
So I tried to squeeze it in, ladies and gentlemen, but I love you guys. Be good, be kind, be nice, take care of each other, help each other out, find the magic in every day, and remember to laugh. Stick around for Paisley Wild on TFR, iHeart, tune in and TalkStream Live. Good night, everybody.
Truth Frequency Radio is your #1 source for news and information without the hate, hype, and fear. We're proud to feature cutting-edge programs like The Christopher Everard Show, The Covert Report with Susan Lindauer, Enemy Within Radio with Tom Barr.
You guys want me to continue? I'll continue.
Oh, so sweet, Brent.
That's how I roll. But I'm going to go to one camera because it's just going to be me. So this lady's arguing with her sister in the dreams, or her sister's friend, rather, that keeps stealing her clothes. So let me get everything settled here. All right, going overtime. You guys ready? And we'll continue that story. We got 50 of you here, so I got to keep going. I would be remiss to leave at this point. So, well, yeah. After tonight, we owe them.
We owe them.
God,
sorry, I can't pay that coin.
You'll just have to pay it forward another time. You're going to be here next weekend taking care of things, so
sure, yeah.
You're going to pay it then. All right. So, do not mess with a 19-year-old's clothes that she spent all summer working to buy. Drive safely, brother. Nah, leave it open. It's fine. Let some cool air in here. My God, it's hot. Okay, so let's see, where was I? We both had hot tempers, and she told me right back. And suddenly it occurred to me that she didn't even need my clothes. And I told her really snidely that she needed to stay out of my clothes, and that she didn't need my clothes for when she was dead anyway. She snarled back that it didn't matter, and then the dream ended. I know, not a nursing story or a ghost story, but I hadn't thought of it for years. And it was weird because I simply do not dream of dead people, even my father, whose loss was devastating to me. I only dreamt of him twice in the 5 years since he's been dead, and on neither occasion did I actually see him. He was talking to me, and we were in places one day in the car where for some reason or another I was unable to see him. Very cool. Let's see. Let me find a good one to close on, because that one was a little sketchy. Not a bad story, mind you, but another sketchy one. All right, so let's see. It says, I work as a PCT. I'm not sure what a PCT is in medical terms, but on a locked medical it says PEDS. I don't know if that's pediatrician's floor. Something happened last night that really creeped me out. My unit is shaped like an H, with the nurses station and a couple of med rooms in the middle of 2 halls and patient rooms. I was working with 2 nurses, and almost all of our patients had a bed alarm turned on. I was on one side of the hall when a nurse asked me to help her with something on the other side of the hall. We walked past a side door of the nurses' station when I saw someone out of the corner of my eye. I thought it was my imagination because I was tired and I rarely work nights. Then the nurse behind me asked if I saw someone. We checked to see if it was a reflection, and then we checked the whole unit. The other nurse had been in a patient's room the whole time, and there was no one else on the unit. About half an hour later, I was charting in the nurses' station alone. As I previously mentioned, my unit is locked. We have a camera outside of the doors, but you can also see into the end of one of the halls where a patient's rooms are at. The monitor is right next to where I was sitting, and I felt an overwhelming need to check the monitor. I look up at it, and I see a man walking inside the unit towards the patient rooms. I only saw him for a few seconds before he faded away. I found both of the nurses working with me, and they had both been in patient rooms in the other end of the unit. I had the same nurse from earlier check the other end of the unit with me, and of course there was nobody there. After we checked the unit, I asked the other nurse if anything has happened at that end of the hall recently, and she had no idea what had been going on. She said that a patient passed away down there over the weekend. Apparently it was completely unexpected and rather traumatic for everyone involved. Needless to say, I will not be working another night shift anytime soon. Wow. So I'm giving you guys a little bit of overtime just because it's just been a terrible show. Not because the show has been bad, but just because of all the disconnects and all the ridiculousness that we've had to go through in order to bring you a show tonight. And I feel bad because I really take a lot of pride in the portal and take a lot of pride in giving you the best show I know how to. And so I feel I owe you just a little bit more. So that's what we're doing right now. But I hope you're okay with that. We did lose a bunch of people. But we went from 50 something down to 34. But maybe I'll read a couple more stories. Let's see. It says, we had a CVI patient. I don't know what CVI stands for. I'm sorry. I'm not a medical practitioner of any kind, so I don't know these acronyms. Who liked to mess with the bed controls. And he basically liked to reach through the bed rail and push the button that made the bed go up and down. Up was his favorite direction to go. And we had to watch him constantly unless he decide out and over the side was his next move. Oh, okay. So in case he tried to get out. He died early one day, and for a few days after that, the bed started going up and down entirely at random times. It completely freaked out the night shift, and we finally had maintenance replace it. So the old guy was still playing with his bed long after he was done being in a body. I guess you gotta stay entertained out there, ladies and gentlemen. Aw, D, you're tired? Sleepy D? Well, get some rest, lady. You don't have to stay. But thank you for being here all the same. And I'll read you one more, and then we'll just call it a night. So it says, no. I was once stationed at a base in New Mexico, and a hospital was downsized to a clinic. We still ran ambulance services, family practice, immunizations, women's health, etc., but we just stopped inpatient care altogether. When I was working ambulance services, all the doors to the building were locked except the door to the ambulance bay. We had a security camera that watched the door and anyone that came in after hours, and we saw them on camera, and they had to pass by us and check in so that we could account for them while inside. I was working one night, and one of my coworkers was trained in sterilizing instruments, so she said she was going to go up to the central supply to run an autoclave and get instruments packs ready for the clinic the next morning. She didn't believe any of the crap the rest of us told her, and didn't believe the story about the night we couldn't keep the doors and windows closed on the second floor. She was on the second floor 2 or 3 nights a week running sterile supply and had never seen or heard anything. We were in the military, for crying out loud. Well, she came back down. Excuse me. Sorry about that. She came back down a bit later and says to me, "Who came in while I was upstairs?" I told her no one. Well, she had heard some children running around and giggling, and heard someone tell them to be quiet. I told her no one had come in, and ran back to the videotape and let her watch. Nothing. She went back upstairs sometimes later to get everything out and packaged up. And when she came back down, she was obviously agitated and told me and the other tech that we weren't funny. We didn't know what she was talking about. When she went back up, all the doors and windows were wide open, and she closed them all and went on about the process of finishing up with the sterile supplies. When she came back out of there, all the doors and windows were wide open again, and she could hear children giggling. We showed her our log, and we had an ambulance call to a house on base and had been out most of the time that she was upstairs alone. We had only been back a few minutes when she came down. I told her we even called her on the radio and told her we were going out on a run, and that she answered back that she would be okay. She said she had put the radio down at the old nurse's station when she was closing the windows the first time and forgot to take it with her into the sterile supply area. Needless to say, we were all freaked out by that. As far as I know, she never would go upstairs by herself anymore after that. Yeah, that's a game changer right there. That'll change your whole idea of what the hell to do. So, all right. I guess that's a few more stories. A little quick overtime for you guys. I love you all. I really am sorry that it's been such a sketchy show tonight, but I hope you understand though that these problems have been far outside of my ability to control, but we've tried to make it up to you. And I hope you had fun all the same. And thank you guys for sticking around and continuing to come back as we were able to reconnect. So I will be back tomorrow night, of course, with the bedtime stories. I hope you guys will be here then. I hope you have a wonderful night. Oh, you're welcome, Dead Spider. And thank you guys for the donations. All you guys who donated, Cha-Cha, Dead Spider, Josh, you donated earlier, and Renee. Thank you guys so much. And if I missed anybody, I'm really sorry. I just saw a bunch of them scroll. So I was trying to keep up. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. The ratio of uninhabited land. Oh, sorry. I'm not sure what's being talked about there. But anyway, you guys have a great night. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what else to say except parting is such sweet sorrow. All right, guys, take care. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.